It turns out Sirtuin-6 activators are much more powerful than we originally even thought. According to research by Vera Gorbanova released recently to the public, Sirtuin-6 activator not only extended the lifespan of mice, but did much more to enhance the health of these mice. Now, first of all, there are many molecules and approaches that have been shown to extend life in mice, and it's usually around that 10 to 15, sometimes even 20% range, depending on the mice, depending on their condition, depending on the molecule or combination of molecules that have been given to those mice. Those approaches include taking resveratrol, hyaluronic acid, rapamycin, caloric restriction, or an NAD booster such as NMN. Now, Sirtuin-6 activator was discovered and developed by Vera Gorbanova along with DoNotAge.org.
So sirtuin is an enzyme. It is mainly located in the nucleus of the cell, and it helps arrange DNA, chromatin, in it. It also helps silence regions of the DNA that need to be silenced, like some junk DNA, transposons that are parasites within our genome. It also helps keep certain genes active, especially genes involved in dealing with stress. So it's a chromatin factor. When we get older, our chromatin organization starts to deteriorate, like everything. So here, some extra boost of Sirtuin-6 can actually reverse this process. And that's where it becomes important for longevity.
So when you take the Sirtuin activator from DoNotAge, you're getting it from the scientists who actually developed and tested on an ongoing manner. Because not all seaweed activates Sirtuin-6. Sirtuin-6 activator is made from a vacoidin that is extracted from certain types of brown algae, and it's all individually tested each time a batch comes in by Vera Gorbanova's lab.
Vacoidin is not a simple molecule where you would say, well, as long as you have the purity, it should work. It's produced by algae, by the plant. The formula, it contains of monomers of fucose sugar, which may be interspersed with the galactose or other sugars. It can also be sulfated on certain residues. It can be linear or branched, even though all of this family of molecules is called vacoidin, but they differ from one another, and it's not very easy to control what you get. So the best way is to just test it after it's been extracted from the algae.
So what can you experience besides just a longer lifespan by taking Sirtuin-6? Well, it turns out that there is a general health improvement of the mice that took it.
For the mice, what we observed was reduction in overall frailty. So that would be, quite generalized effect, maybe more energy that these mice had. Also, the coat condition was improved. And for people who have domestic animals like cats or dogs, you know that their coat condition means a lot. Just when the animal is healthy, it has nice, shiny coat that reflects multiple physiological processes. And that's what we saw for mice that were taking vacoidin. So their coat condition was much better, which may be a little bit difficult to kind of pinpoint exactly, but it's like very generalized health.
Which I believe for me as a human is helping to result in better skin, better hair, better nails, along with the other supplements that I take. But not all of them have been proven the way that Sirtuin-6 has to improve these areas. What else has Sirtuin-6 been shown to do? Immune system improvement. These mice had better functioning immune systems. They weren't getting as sick. They're able to fight disease. They had less inflammation, often a sign of disease. And I now believe that inflammation is the #1 indicator of aging. It's the thing you see around people's eyes and faces as they get older. It's not just fat, it's a puffiness. Your eyes begin to vanish into your face. When I see people that I haven't seen for years, the #1 thing they comment on is how wide my eyes look. And I attribute that to this reduction of inflammation.
So we saw a much better immune function and lower inflammation, which is super important for aging because inflammatory processes really flare up as we get older.
In fact, recent science also shows that the NAD booster I take acts as the fuel for the Sirtuin activators that I take. I do take resveratrol hyaluronic acid. I practice caloric restriction, and I do take Sirtuin 6 activator. But I also take NMN, and NMN, again, has been shown to be the fuel for these sirtuins. But as far as life extension goes, out of the 7 sirtuin enzymes that are found in our bodies, only Sirtuin 6 has been directly connected to aging.
So there are 7 sirtuins, and we are primarily focusing on sirtuin number 6. And like, say, why 6? So some time ago, we tested all of sirtuins for their potential in activating genome stability or main repair of DNA. And Sirtuin 6 was the only one that was a very strong promoter of DNA repair. So we started focusing more on it. Also, Sirtuin 6 has the strongest longevity-related phenotypes. If you overexpress it in mice, they live longer.
So you live longer. You get generalized health improvements. You get an immune system improvement. You get less inflammation. You get a reduction in your aging according to methylation clocks. So while you're living longer, you're actually younger, more healthy, and better equipped to fight disease. That's what the research in Sirtuin 6 indicates. That's why I take it myself. That's why I think it's worth considering for many people out there to take it. I get mine from DoNotAge, the same place that developed it, the same place that Vera Gorbanova tests every batch for them. The link is in the description, but you can go to DoNotAge.org. You can use my code PULSE, and you can save 10%, and you can take the same Facoidin that I'm taking and thousands of others are taking every day.